Welcome to the Adventurous Marriage Podcast,
where our goal is to help you embrace marriage as an adventure
and learn how to thrive as a couple. All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the Adventurous Marriage Podcast.
Hey.
This is Alan Carroll, and we are not in our normal studio.
Nope.
We are on an adventure this week. We are up in the mountains of North Carolina at the moment, and we are celebrating our 30th anniversary this week.
Yay.
So we're up here. We're sitting in front of Lake Fontana, one little arm of it. We took a trail. It's actually in a park called the the Road to Nowhere State Park. And it's a road that goes and it just ends at this tunnel, and they never completed the road after that. So it just goes to nowhere.
Goes to nowhere.
There's some trails off of that, and so we took one called the Gold Mine Loop Trail.
Yes,
I think is what it's
so.
called.
Yeah.
So that's what we're on right now, and we ended up here at this beautiful spot and thought, hey, let's record a podcast. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
We'll give it a shot, right? So
that's right.
So we were trying to figure out what to talk about, and we're like, let's talk about what we've been dealing with this whole trip. So how about managing your expectations, right?
Yes.
Which can apply to trips, but also marriage as well, right? So
absolutely.
So so we left home yesterday, got up here. We have a nice place we're staying, but
it depends on your perspective.
But there's some expectations we had that not quite living up to.
Yeah.
You know, not quite what we thought the picture showed, and but you know, we're away.
It's a little bit disappointing. I'm just gonna be real. It's Alan's glass half full, but it's a little disappointing. But it's okay. We're still having a great time, and we're making the best of it. And I feel like managing our expectations actually started like months ago when we were preparing for the trip. Probably like 4 or 5 months ago.
That's true, because we were supposed to be in Hawaii this week. That was our original plan. Yeah. Because we're like, this is 30 years. We need to do something special.
Yeah.
And we actually got our credit card paid off, and we're like, all right, we can do this, you know?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Then the IRS hit us with a big bill, and
that was Hawaii.
Several
was
other
out
things
of the question.
just happened that we're like, well, I guess that's not going to happen this year.
Right.
So,
and that's okay, because it's just not the right time.
That's right.
Learning how to manage those expectations and not just be completely disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like at first it was really disappointing, and then we're like, okay, we're going to be okay. We're just going to shift gears. And then we're like, let's go somewhere cheaper. And we're like, hey, maybe Costa Rica. We can get there cheaper, faster.
Yeah.
That was out of the question as well. Just financially, it just wasn't in the cards this year. So then we're like, you know what? Let's just go to the mountains. We love the mountains. You can never go wrong in the mountains.
I agree.
So we just thought, let's go to the mountains. And was it last week or the beginning? Yeah, last week, Alan realized the road that we would normally take, like, we decided to stay in Bryson City this time instead of Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, that area, which is where we usually stay.
Yeah. So
we decided to stay in Bryson City this time and explore a new town. And we're like, maybe we'll go over to Dollywood one day, go to Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge. That's harder than we thought it would be.
The road going through the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, going from Bryson City over to Gatlinburg, had a washout a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so we were hoping, okay, the pictures of it I saw, if I had a backhoe and a dump truck, I could have fixed it in a day. But the park comes back on their post and said, well, we're trying to expedite the process and get it done quickly. So we're going to have it done by October. And I'm like,
darn.
What?
It's not what we were hoping to hear.
What are you talking about? So,
oh, golly.
So what that ends up being is that if we did want to go to Dollywood, which we were still trying to decide if we wanted to, hoping to, well, now it's a 3-hour drive almost to get over there. Yeah. Instead of an hour and a half, maybe.
Disappointing.
So.
And the weather hasn't really cooperated with us. So.
We were getting up this morning, and we were gonna go up to the top of Newfound Gap, which is, you know, you're starting at about a little over 5,000 feet elevation, and we were going to take this trail over to Charlie's Bunyan. And so it would have been about an 8-mile round trip hike, but you're up on this ridge. You're like, you go up to about 6,000 feet elevation. And,
it would have been
and
cool.
we were like, all right, it's going to be cool weather, beautiful views.
Yeah.
So we drive up there this morning, hour drive up there, and it's just
raining.
Dumping rain.
And we were like, we even sat around and said, if it's drizzling, we can do this.
Yeah.
We have rain jackets. It's not a big deal. We've hiked in the rain before, whatever. But then we realized it was going to be dumping, and not only that, a few hours into the hike, there would have been lightning. And we're like,
the forecast was showing like lightning, thunderstorms coming, and we're like, well,
maybe
I don't
not.
know if I want to be on top of a ridge in a lightning storm. So, so we're like, all right, well, now what do we do, right?
Shift gears.
So we're like, well, let's go back to Bryson City. Let's go check out this road to nowhere place.
Yeah.
See what it leads to.
Yeah.
And so we had no clue about this trail ahead of time, and had no clue that it would end up at this spot. Even once we started the trail, we didn't know it would end up like this. We're like, well, you know what? Thank you, Lord. This is beautiful. And we're having a blast. It's a beautiful hike. We're getting out and moving our bodies and feel good. I feel so much. I feel alive in the mountains when I'm hiking. I really do. That's just part of who I am. So
you've got Indian blood in you. I've got South Florida blood in me, so it's a little harder for me to move quicker. I told Alan, like, you move like a ninja in the woods. Like, you're quiet, you don't need hiking poles, you're fast, you navigate, and I'm behind him with hiking poles, moving slow, sliding in puddles. It's not quite the same, but I love it. I really enjoy it.
You do great.
I enjoy the adventure of it, but I do feel like you handle adjustment of expectations, like adaptation, better than I do. You really do. Like, yesterday we were gonna stop at one of our favorite restaurants in Athens called Cali and Tito's, and they have really good Peruvian food and like the best maduros, and we were super excited about that. And we got there and realized it'd be like an hour wait, maybe 2. It would have delayed our trip. And we didn't go in, and I wasn't really nice.
You were hungry too.
I was really hungry. I had a bad headache. I was actually very hangry.
Yeah.
So anyhow, so we adjusted, and we ended up in Clayton, Georgia, eating at the cutest little restaurant called Universal Joint. We loved it.
We were actually heading to another place, and it turned us into downtown Clayton, which we'd never been to. We've always bypassed on the main road.
I don't know why.
So we turned in there, and it's like, well, dang, this is a cute little downtown. And and then the restaurant we were looking at was kind of a rooftop restaurant. Yeah. But it would have been like in the direct sun, and there was no breeze.
It was hot.
It was hot. And so we found this little place, and call it Universal Joint.
Universal Joint, yep.
And sit outside. They had a live musician, and it was like, this was perfect, and
the
fantastic
sweet
food.
Potato. The food was amazing. If you get a chance, go. The sweet potato fries are ridiculous.
They're like the waffle sweet potato fries. Those were awesome. They were so good.
It was really good. So there is a point to all this. We're not just telling you all about our adventures just so you hear about our dashed expectations, but we're kind of trying to let you know that, you know, whether it is on a trip together that you take, an adventure trip, how many times have we been on a trip that it has, like, it almost never goes as planned, almost never. Right. And learning how to adjust and just be like, you know what, we're going to make the best of it. And after we ate at Universal Joint, I was like, okay, I know by now, like, that when we get redirected, there's something good around the corner. We just have to hang in there for it. Right. So, and it doesn't just apply to trips, though. We wanted to apply this to your marriage and to our marriage. Do you want to talk about that?
So, you know, you may have expectations in your marriage. You know, you may have had expectations before marriage of what marriage would be like. Yeah. You know, maybe you thought my spouse is going to make me completely happy. You know, we're never going to fight. We're made for each other, so we should never have any conflicts, right? Yeah. Yeah. If you married a human, I guarantee you're going to have conflicts. You're going to have some ideas that, well, it's not quite going like I thought. They're not quite acting like I thought they would, and why are they struggling with things, and why do they have anger issues, and why do they, all these things, right? So it can be frustrating.
Yeah, it is frustrating, and you know, it's kind of that early on in marriage, when we got married, like it was that way for us. I had anxiety and depression, and it was really hard for Alan. He thought he was marrying like this bubbly, exciting, fun cheerleader, and he was like, wait, what just happened to you? And so he didn't expect to have to deal with all that. But so many times in marriage, it's not going to be what you expect it to be. Either A, your marriage won't be what you expect it to be, or B, your spouse is not who you expect them to be. And that can be very, very, very frustrating. But you got to decide what you're going to do with that.
That's right. Yeah, I feel like that it's probably a lot of God's design in a way that we learn to let go of some stuff and to trust Him, because he brought you your spouse. Okay, so you're going to learn a lesson from them. They're going to learn a lesson from you. Now that doesn't mean you are the one to train them and you're the one to make sure they you're gonna fix them and all that kind of stuff.
No.
That's not what we're saying. But there's lessons to be learned in marriage. There's humility to be learned. There's grace, learning how to offer grace and forgiveness. Learning how to come beside each other, alongside each other, through dashed plans.
Yeah, absolutely.
And frustrations and addictions and in betrayal even, and all those things, just big time disappointments. It can be hard. It
can be hard, and I feel like we were talking earlier about how sometimes one spouse, you might both be down at the same time, but sometimes one of you is going to be at 100% and the other one is going to be like, I got 10. I got a solid 10% I'm showing up for right now. That's all I can give you. And maybe you might have to carry the load for a while in your marriage. Like it makes me a little teary to think about, because it's hard. It's hard to carry the load in your marriage for a while. It was really hard for you when we first got married, for you to just show up well, even though it wasn't what you expected, and just say, I'm just going to keep loving her. I'm not giving up on her. And I'm just going to keep pulling her out of the pit every day until one day she's out of the pit and we're out of it together. But you have to show up well in your marriage, and your spouse, even if your spouse is not showing up well, is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
Don't give up on them, and recognize that you might need to show up well for many reasons, but one of them might be the tables might turn, and you might need your spouse to show up for you when you're in a pit.
Well, I think that's marriage.
It's marriage,
It's going to be cycles of who has to be the one to carry the load from time to time,
Exactly.
So it's tough.
It is.
But it's also worth it. It's also, when you see your spouse, sacrifice for you and serve you and do the hard things when you're unable to.
Right.
You appreciate them more.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
And
honestly, early on in our marriage, I feel like Alan taught me how to love unconditionally. So when he needed unconditional love, I was able to offer it, but I didn't know how to give it before that. So, sorry, we're out in nature. I don't know what was it?
A
Dragonfly? Oh, a butterfly landing on my ear. Okay. This is the fun of doing a podcast outside. It's awesome.
But so just if you're in your marriage, you're struggling with the thoughts of things just aren't quite like I thought they'd be or hoped they'd be. First of all, don't give up with the hope of what it can be, because you might not even be able to imagine what it truly can be. There may be some work God has to do on you through your marriage and through the circumstances to get you to a point where then He can truly reveal what His purpose is for you in your marriage. That's where we are right now, where we feel like what we've had to go through to get to where we are now, I would go through it all again if I knew that this was the outcome.
I know, absolutely.
And so just know that there's a purpose.
That's right.
There's a purpose for your pain. There's a purpose for your struggles and learning in the learning process of how to be a teammate with your spouse.
Absolutely. And just know also that we're in it with you guys. Like we're not over here saying we've got it all figured out. We had to wrestle through it on the way up, on the drive up, and last night it was for me, like a heavy spirit of discouragement and despair, and this is not really what we planned, and I want to be in Hawaii, and here we are, like, instead of being in this place where all of our needs are met, we're in this place where we're washing the sheets and we're changing the pillowcases because it wasn't done and the towels were wet, so we're rewashing them. And so it's really disappointing, but at the same time recognizing that this is exactly where we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be in Hawaii. You know, we say that we are supposed to be in Hawaii, but we're really supposed to be right where we are, and God has something special in it for us. And had we just, like Alan said, had we just given up and just sat in the cabin today and said, well, it's going to rain, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we missed out on this.
We'd have missed this beautiful adventure in the sunshine.
Like,
and
it is, I'm seeing
perfect.
Blue skies up here.
It's
right
gorgeous.
Now. That was not in the forecast.
No, it's beautiful.
So that's God's favor. So
it is.
Big old fish swimming by right there too.
Fun.
Cool. Sorry,
I was hoping to see an otter, or I don't know, we'll see a beaver, but you know, I was hoping to see an otter. Because personality-wise, if you've never done the personality test, I'm an otter, Alan's a beaver.
Yeah.
So if you know, you know. If you've taken the personality test or the Live the Life Adventures in Marriage class, if you know, you know.
That's right.
But anyhow, so I thought it'd be fun to see an otter.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, so we just want to encourage you guys in that. If you're in a pit and you're in a mental pit where you're discouraged and your hopes are dashed or whatever, expectations are shot, keep going and serve your spouse, love your spouse, be a safe place for them to get through whatever valley they're in right now.
Yeah.
And be their biggest cheerleader, biggest fan.
That's right.
And pray for them.
Yes. And
pray over them.
Yes, absolutely. And ask God to give you a vision for your marriage. Even if you can't see it, ask Him to do two things. Ask Him to give you hope for your marriage and give you a vision. And He will do it. Like He is, Ephesians 3:20 says, He can do more than we can ask or imagine. So He will do it. But you got to ask Him and you got to believe for it, and then just hang on. It may look different than you think it'll look.
Yes.
Like this adventure has looked completely different than we thought it would look. But it's beautiful and it's really cool.
I'm excited what tomorrow and the rest of the day
hold. Me too.
What else are we going to do that we didn't plan on?
Right.
It'll be awesome.
Oh, so you guys hang in there.
Yeah, I want to say that we are encouraged right now. I'm not going to give details, but we have friends that have encouragement in their marriage right now that that they did not know they were going to have it, and we are so thrilled with the news we got today. So we're just praising the Lord. He is good. He is there with you. He sees you in your marriage.
Yeah.
He's got you. Lean into Him. Trust Him. Keep taking the steps forward. That's all you can do.
That's right. That's right.
And you're not alone.
Yep. And go have an adventure together.
That's right.
See where the road takes you. It might be to nowhere.
All right.
Or it might be here.
We are going to see what else this trail has to offer.
That's right.
And we'll catch you later on the next podcast. So till then,
embrace the adventure.
Embrace the adventure. All right. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.